David's going to be managing the back end of our presentation today, so I really thank him for being here and being our helping me with this back end of this webinar. So today we're going to be talking about the Business Facebook 101, and this is a introduction to Facebook page. You may be a seasoned user already, but there's always something new to learn with Facebook. So we're going to move through this quite quickly. I'm going to have the PowerPoint presentation, but I am going to be showing the presentation live using my own Facebook page. You will be getting a recording of this presentation along with a copy of my PowerPoint presentation. So feel free to sit back and enjoy and watch. And you can write down any questions you have, and as well, then watch for when you receive the link to the presentation and the PowerPoint. A little bit about us. We are the Shasta-Cascade Small Business Development Center. I'm going to go ahead. There we go. We are a nonprofit organization that provides confidential, no-cost advisory and training services to small businesses. Our territory is primarily Shasta County and Trinity County. We are funded partially through the SBA along with from the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, or also known as GoBiz. All of our information and contact is going to be provided at the end of this PowerPoint presentation, or this webinar, but you can also see it on every slide here as we go through. Here is our team. We provide no-cost expertise advice. This is our team that we work with Shasta-Cascade, SBDC, but we have 40 additional subject matter experts throughout Northern California that can cover all subjects. And if you're interested in finding out more about our services, you can call or email Emily. Her information's down there. This is a new slide for us. And so this is the impact that we have had between 2017 to 2021 in just Shasta and Trinity counties alone. We have assisted with seeing over $19 million in loan and equity investment. That we've had annual sales. We've been tracking annual sales from our clients, about 8 million plus. Over 5,100 hours of advising at no cost, because this is really your tax dollars at work for you as a small business owner. 14,000 plus entrepreneurs have been consulted or trained. We've assisted in helping 1,400 jobs created and saved just in these two counties, with 65 new business starts. So this is pretty impressive. And thank you to everyone who has participated and been a client. And thank you to that great team that we have that provides all of this type of advising for you. This is our disclaimer. You will be able to read this when you get the PowerPoint presentation back, but basically it says that what we're going to share today is for informational purposes only. And if you have any financial, legal, or other professional advice, to please seek out your resources. This is me. I am Lani Lott. I'm the president of my own woman-owned business. I have lots of years of providing consulting in various areas, as well as business advising for SBDCs across Northern California. I love what I do. And that is my little sidekick up there, Charlie. He joined me in August of 2020, and sometimes he has 2 cents to add to my presentation. So I always like to give him a little credit. So let's just jump right in. Here's the agenda. I'm going to talk 1 minute about the difference between a profile and a Facebook page. I'm going to provide a live demonstration of key features of your Facebook page. And then we'll have a thank you. We'll have time for some questions. Hopefully, it is only an hour-long webinar, and we're going to cover a lot of information. So hopefully some of your questions will be answered while we move through. So if we can hold the questions till the end, that would be great. However, if you just have a burning question on the topic that I'm doing, put it in the Q&A or in the chat, and Mr. Walker will get it to me. So before I want to start, I just kind of want to do a reminder of the difference between what a Facebook profile versus your Facebook page. Now, you only have one Facebook profile. You're only supposed to have one profile connected and tied to your name, your personal name, right? Think of a profile, Facebook profile, as that about you and your friends and your family and everything you're doing. Now, pages are public facing, and you can have an unlimited number of business or Facebook pages associated with your profile. Only one person can manage a Facebook personal profile unless you give your password to people to go in and be you. But you can have multiple people manage and contribute to your Facebook page. Facebook company pages do not have friends. They have likes or followers. And you can invite people to like your page or even suggest your page to all your email contacts. Now, today, I'm going to be demonstrating the classic Facebook page. And I've asked David to put into the chat a link of a webinar I'm going to be doing next week, next Wednesday, for Sierra SBDC, Small Business Development Center, another center that I provide some consulting for, on the new Facebook experience page. And Facebook is in the process of introducing these new look to their Facebook page format. And some of you may have already been switched over. If that's the case, I will be going in detail next Wednesday on the new page experience, because it's very different than what you're going to see today, the classic page. Now, most businesses that I've been working with are still on the classic page, and Facebook gives you a warning that they're going to change it to the new page experience. So if you're seeing that pop up, like they'll say in 3 days, we're going to change it, they're going to change it. But you have the opportunity to go back to the classic page. So just watch for that. And if you want to join in next Wednesday at 9 o'clock through the Sierra SBDC, David's put in the chat the link. It's at no cost to you. You don't even need to be, located in one of their counties, and you can watch and be prepared for that new transition. Facebook doesn't give us any deadline of when they're going to be changing everything over. It just happens, right? So, again, pages are places on Facebook where artists, public figures, business brands, organizations, and nonprofits can connect with their customers, members, and followers. Now, you're not supposed to use your personal Facebook profile for business purposes or for organizational public-facing purposes. It violates Facebook's policy. In the beginning, when Facebook first went public, many businesses started using their profiles, and I've worked with several clients that that's the case, and we've been trying to make the transition over to the Facebook pages, because eventually, if Facebook finds out or you go over a certain number of friends, they will take your page down. So you want to watch for that. You want to kind of make sure that if you're promoting your business or your organization, or let's say you're an artist, or a professional service-based business, that you have a page, not a profile. Creating a page is easy. There's several ways to do it. I'll demonstrate there how you do that. And then also in the classic roles, this is where you can set what your role is, like administrator, which you should be if you created your page. You're the main, you have the ability to manage the roles in the settings, and you can give folks different levels of managing your page depending on what you want them to do. Okay, with that said, I'm going to escape from my PowerPoint presentation, just minimize that down, and we are going to go right up to my page. Now, David, let me know if you can't see that, because I do have the, I often go on and just think everybody can see everything and nobody can see nothing. So what you're looking at right now, this is my personal profile, and that is how you have to get on currently with the classic page. You have to go through your profile. That is soon to change with the new experience. But this is, you know, you're on your personal profile when you see your little face up there. That's my little icon for my profile. I can either go up to this little flag, or I can go over here to pages and either create a new page or access all the pages that I manage. So I'm going to just show you over here. This is, I'm on my home, on my profile. So I'm going to go to my pages. And then these are all of the pages right down the center that I manage. There's a few of them. And, or you can go down here and then you'll see right here, create new page. That's where you would link if you wanted to create a new page. It's really easy to do. Anybody can do it in a blink of an eye. You don't have to be vetted. The only thing you cannot change when you create a Facebook page is the name. So make sure you have your organization or your business or your brand name the way you want it. If you don't, then it's not, you know, can't change it unless you delete that page and start all over again. Okay. Or you can start a new page, but your other page will always be there in your, it doesn't go away unless you delete it, and you can delete pages. Okay. So let's go here to LL Consulting. So the first place I'm going to start is showing you the back end of my page. And this is my business page that I use for my consulting practice. And as you can see, you're going to see this differently than if you were looking at it as a consumer. This is how we see it as administrators or even editors of a page. On the left-hand side is manage, and it's telling me I'm managing LL Consulting. Mega Business Suite, excuse me, is the new tool that Facebook has introduced. Now, Mega is the parent company of Facebook, right? And they have introduced this suite, and I'm not going to take you there yet because it'll totally confuse you. That's for Facebook Mega Suite webinar, because there's a lot of features there. It's where they house everything, including your how to do ads, your insights. They include that also a scheduling feature, which I'm going to show you today. So we want to just skip down, and then you're just going to see this manage your shop, messenger tools, your ad center. You have all of your different management page settings here on the left. Then this is our pretty much how we manage this entire other area, the front end of our Facebook page. So the first area I'm going to show you, and the PowerPoint presentation you're going to get back with this webinar recording is going to follow where I'm going to how I'm going to guide you through this. So the first thing you want to make sure you upload is your profile picture right here. This little circle. And typically that is your brand, your logo, or if you want to put your own face in there. I have a client that she has a transportation business. She shows one of her vans there with the name of the van on the side. This little profile icon should not change, because that profile icon is kind of your brand on Facebook, on your page, maybe when you're interfacing as a page to a group, on your shop, all of those places. And you can see that as you're rolling down and seeing this. This is my feed, right? So also this little icon will pop up with some of the other information I'm going to show you to update. When people link and tag you, if they hover over that, they see the snapshot of your business name, where you're located, your website. And that is like, if I pop over on this is in one of my posts, that's popping up on an organization that has a Facebook page that I tagged. And we can go over that in a minute. So this is very important, as well as your URL. Let me just make sure that I'm getting this. Okay, yeah. So the first area that we want to really kind of look at updating is the about section. The about is all about your business. And you can just walk right through this, and you want to update this about section as fully as you can. This is gives you presence on the internet. It gives people the ability to see where you're located. You can link your websites to it. So this is edit the page info. And we can, two ways to do it. You can do it like with the pencils and or this way. So there's my name. Now your username, this is one of the areas that you want to make sure that you fill out. It's changing with the new page experience, but right now you want to have your URL. Let me just take a moment to get out of there. And that's this right underneath my business name. That's how people search for my company's name. And when you're tagging people in your feed or in a post and you do the @ sign, then you start to look for that business. This is how they find it. So when you are editing and uploading your page, or you're just starting your company page, you want to make sure that you complete this. And if you have a like Smith's grocery store, if that's the name of your business, that Smith's grocery store URL specific for Facebook or username for Facebook pages may be already taken. So you may have to be a little creative. So it's all together, no spaces, no characters, and there is my username. Then the description, and this is only 255 characters. So that is what goes right under the description. I'm going to go out of there again. So when people hover over my name, that's what's going to pop up. So you want to kind of think about that creatively. This is not very creative. It's pretty down boring, but it is my tagline. So that's what I'm using. I've seen all kinds of things in there really creative. So you can just kind of be, a 255 character description of your business is like your 30-second elevator speech, right? Then you want to pick your category, and you can change your categories. You can have one category. I think you can only have one category at a time. And so I've picked business consultant. I could put in there nonprofit organization or other things, but for this purpose, I have it as a business consultant. And then you can change to your contact up here on the top. You want to have your phone number. I am not using WhatsApp. I don't use that, but you could put your WhatsApp phone number in there, your email, your website. You want to put your location. Currently, I have my Phoenix office in there. My hours, I'm always open. Consultants, we're 24/7. And then these are some of the options that for service changes. If you are currently, when the pandemic, unfortunately, was upon us full strength, some businesses were temporarily closed. Some of their services were just were not operating. So they have always given us these options. If you wanted to do selected hours, you can put them in there. And then more. Here is their privacy updates, products and services. I have not filled out products and services, but if you have services, like if you're a health and wellness sector or, retail, I could put my products and services in there. I just have not taken the time yet. I have them listed on my website, which is my main hub, and I push out everything from my website, but I could put in here and bullet my services, my products. And then this is additional information, and it gives you 2,000 characters. So you can go much deeper into a description of your company, of your organization, of your brand, of your celebrity status. And then we can come down here. If you have a guest Wi-Fi name, you can put that in there. We can have a price range. Many restaurants use this. I even see retail sector using this. Wellness will use this, the health and wellness sector. And then this is my Instagram. It's not connected. I do have Instagram is owned by Facebook, so you can connect your Instagram professional company profile to your professional Facebook page. So you can connect that. So what you post on your company Instagram will come over to your Facebook page. I only have my personal Instagram connected to my personal profile. I am not an active user yet on Instagram for my company. So then you edit all those changes and then we get out of there. This is also a place where you can go in and make some changes. These little pencils, this is where you just go in there and it'll take you right there to, to your phone number. Then there's the additional information. So that is the first area you really want to fill out. You can go over here to your manager page and go edit page info. It's going to take you to the same place, but it does give you a little bit more depth. Under your location, they just have this down here. You can add service areas. So I have two offices. So I have my office in Phoenix and my office in California in Grass Valley. So I am putting my service areas where I service in California also. I can change my address here. I can add service areas. Let's see, Maricopa County. I got to do Phoenix. That's right. They don't do counties. They just do cities. So let's just add Phoenix, Arizona, right? So you can go by regions, neighborhood, city, or region. So this is really handy if you're a service-based business, right? If you are out in, let's say your trade area is Shasta County, but you also go up into Red Bluff. So you can add all of those areas that you service, even if your location is in a specific city, but you have a 60-mile radius trade area and you're going and making deliveries or you service those areas. You can add that in the service area. Here's the hours again. So that's pretty much the only difference there that's on that one. So let's go back. Let's get out of here. It's going to go in the back arrow. Makes it easier. Okay, so that's the about section. Very important to completely build that out. The second area that's really easy and fun is your banner. And that is this across the top. Right now, I just have a picture from Upsplash, which is a free design, high quality actual images that have been vetted that you can use, and no trademark infringes or anything like copyright infringes like that. And you can change this out and you just hit the little edit button. You can upload a photo, choose from photos. You can choose from your own photo library, which is right here. Let's just change it to there. You can reposition it. And then you want to, you want to make sure you save the changes. I'm not seeing where I saved the changes, but that's okay. And then you can do, change that. Usually I have changed I'm just not seeing it. So there it is up at the top. I just had to go up farther. So you go up here at the top and save changes. See, the thing about some of our social media platforms is some of them are automatic changes and others you have to physically change. So I was, trying to remember all of that. So I've gone through the about. Let's just get out of that. Let's go back to home. I've talked about your icon. I've talked about your specific username for your Facebook page. And then this is your cover banner. And every time you change your cover banner, it is going to pop into your feed, which I find it very interesting. Okay, let's see, manage pages. We went through that. I went through the cover page. So the one area I always like to show folks, and this is going to be very different when you see the new page experience, but for classic pages, you have your home button, which you cannot change. Home button always brings you back to this back end of your Facebook page. And it manages the home, what people, the public facing pages and what consumers or individuals see. Then you have the first top 3 features showing that Facebook has offers. Now they offer a lot more than this services and reviews. So you want to come to the more, and then these are the tabs. So you can do edit tabs, and it's going to bring you into this long menu here. I always recommend that right after a home, you have the about. Don't make folks search around and look for the about your business, your contact information, where you're located, what your products and services are about. Typically, the about is not the second feature or tab that is visible in those 3 tabs, that visible, automatically visible. So to move things up and down, you just move this like you slide it up and down and let it go, right? So the about should be the second. I believe that it should be the second. If you have a shop open, you have to hit the button. You can have the shop come next. That's if you are an online business and you are either selling directly through Facebook Shop and or you have Facebook Shop activated and you're using it as a marketing tool to push people to your e-commerce site. Services, if you're a service, or reviews, if you're an organization and you have events coming up, you want to put that there. So the first 3 up here under home are what's going to show right away on your forward facing page. Let's go back and look and see how different it looks now. So you can move those around according to what you want to promote. So see, now you see about, you see shop, you see events. If people click on events, it'll take them to my events. I don't have any events coming up. I have other events that I've linked onto my page. And then you go to more, and then this is where the rest of them sit. So that's a key feature to know about, and to kind of think about your how you would like this to be laid out on the classic page. The next area that's very important, it's the CTA, that's the call to action button, and it sits right here up in the very front top part of your page, and you can edit this, and there's lots of call to action buttons. So you just hit edit, and then you can go and you can pick which ones you want, choose an action that you want page visitors to take. I want page visitors to go to my website. So I have contact us. You can have call now, you can book now, you can connect it to your appointments if you are using a third-party program in the interface of your Facebook page. Start an order, sign up, and choose a website where people can sign up for your e-marketing newsletter, use an app, watch a video. So you can change this, but you can only have one call for action button visible at a time. So, or you can do edit, you can do follow me, follow our page, and you don't have to add anything to that. And then you just it'll automatically save it. So that call for action button is very important to look at. Okay, moving on. So, like I said before, Facebook has changed things. So right here, I'm interacting as LL Consulting. You can move it and change it. And on your page, this is how it's going to look when I change it to LL, to just make my profile. So now you can see how people see it as a consumer sees it. We used to have a button that said, view it as a consumer, but now you have to look and change it to your profile. So you can see there's the following call to action button. People see my little description. This is if they click this little button, they're going to see more. They're going to see my whole description. So it gives you an idea of how consumers or individuals or your customers or your clients, whatever you want to call them, is seeing your Facebook page, your classic Facebook page. This is a great way to check your links to make sure they're working. So that's a key piece to just kind of keep in mind. You always want to make sure you go back. So you're then back on your administrator of your page. The next area is the little 3 buttons to the left of that little icon. And this, with your primary profile that's linked to your Facebook page, you can like this page, follow it, or take other actions. So now we want to kind of switch gears. And this is a place where you want to like your own page. Always want to like your page. You can share this. And I'm sharing it as Lani Lott as my profile. I'm sharing my page to my profile feed. You just want to kind of always, you're not sharing your page as a page, right? But here's where you can also create a page. And this is where you invite friends. So when you first launch your Facebook page, or you've had your Facebook page for a while, but you also wrote, profile, and you've been getting lots of new friends, and your other friends are coming on to Facebook, however it works. This is where you would go through your friends list. And these are my friends that are on my Lani Lott profile. And remember, you should only have one profile. Shouldn't have 10 Lani Lotts out there. If you do, Facebook will chase you down. Then you can look through all your friends and see which ones make sense that you want to invite to follow your page. And you just click there. So these are not invited. These are invited. A lot of my friends don't have any interest in my page. They're not my colleagues. I have a very robust firewall between my friends and my pages. Maybe Dave Carter. So I'm going to do that. And let's move this little thing out of the way. And then you just hit send invites, and it automatically sends an invite to my friend's profile. It's going to pop up in their notifications that Lani Lott would like you to like LL Consulting. And then that gives the opportunity for your friends to start following your page. So that's under those 3 little dots. Okay, moving on. So you can create the different features that are available to you right here. They make it really convenient, or you can do it down the side. So if you wanted to add an event, which I'm going to show you in a minute, or you wanted to add a new job or an offer, or you wanted to do an ad, you wanted to go live, you just click right there and it's going to take you to the create an event page or feature. But I'm not going to show you that right now because yes, leave the page, because I'm going to show you that in more detail in a minute. What I want to show you right now is the next thing that most people want to know about, and that's creating a post. Now, I am a believer that in order to build out a robust presence on your Facebook page, you need to at least post 3 times a week. And that is in your content, your marketing strategy for building out a robust, interactive marketing Facebook page. That sounds overwhelming, I know right now, but there's, you've got to really think about that Facebook doesn't really cost us much to participate unless you go into the paid features, which they want you to do, right? But in order to get used to your Facebook page and to build the followers, you've got to post content. Content goes through people's newsfeed very quickly. Not everything you post will go into all of your likes, all of your followers. It will go into their Facebook feed. But if they're like my husband, he looks at his Facebook a lot and he goes through his feed a lot, and he may see it because he is an active Facebook page follower. Me, I don't look at my feed that often, maybe once a week. And if I am not looking at it often, it builds up and I have to go away and find it. So you want to keep your content coming into your followers' feeds on a regular basis. So like 3 times a week, the chances of them seeing and interacting with something that you post is higher than if you only post once a month. You don't want to post just once a month. So you can create your post right here. You can just create it, start thinking about, now, before you even go in to creating your post, you want to kind of think about, what is it that I want to post today? Because if you're in this place and you're creating the post, you do not have the option to schedule it right now. This is an immediate post from your feed. If you post from your feed, you have to post it right then and there. We have to go to Mega Business Suite to post and schedule, okay? So you just start writing what you want to post. You can add a photo, you can add a WhatsApp message, you can have it go into Get Messages, you can add a feeling, you can get calls, you can do a check-in, you can do a video. So there's different ways that you can add to your post depending on what the purpose of your post is. You just go here. You can either upload from your computer. That's what I'm doing. Or you can drag and drop it. So if you're a mobile user, it's the layout of your Facebook page and how you manage it's going to be a little bit different than how you use it on your desktop. I am a big desktop user for my Facebook pages. I manage about 7 different Facebook pages. I find it easier to use my desktop, to then upload my photos to my desktop, to then look at my content, tag. I do use mobile for my personal profiles, but not so much for my Facebook pages. I want to make sure everything's spelled correctly, that I have the right business tagged, and that I've really put through the thought of my narrative. Because as you're posting, you're creating your Facebook personality. So this is where you go to do a post immediately. So I see that there's a few things in the chat. Is there anything, David, at this point that I need to respond to?
Yeah, probably the most relevant. Do you use Hootsuite or something else to pre-plan your posts in advance?
I do not use Hootsuite. I am using the business Facebook Business Mega Suite to post. Don't use Hootsuite because I don't have other platforms that I am coordinating across all of my social media platforms. I'm not using Twitter, and I don't have Pinterest. I don't have any of those other, but Hootsuite is a great tool to use for coordinating other outside platforms that are outside of Mega Suite, right? Outside of Mega. So if you want to just look at how to schedule, and I'm going to go through that right now, schedule your Facebook pages with your Instagram, it's right here in the Mega Suite. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, it does. There are 3 other ones I think you can answer pretty quickly.
Okay.
Why didn't you use your face for your LL Consulting page? Why do you have the logo there instead of your face?
I am on my, I'm on my page.
No, on your icon for LL Consulting.
Why didn't I use my
logo? Yeah,
that's my company. Oh, because I don't want a picture of me. I want a picture of my brand, my company, because I do other type of consulting, like I consult with cities and counties, and they don't know me as Lani. They may interface with me as LL Consulting, a firm. I do blogs and things like that.
Okay. When you were going through the About menu there was a QR code.
Yeah.
And we were wondering what the QR code was for.
You're supposed to be able to download that and use it to have people connect to your Facebook page. I have not been able to figure that out. So I'm going to leave that for another day. But
Okay.
I will send a link when I send in the PowerPoint with a link to the Facebook help on how to use that QR code.
And
Okay. Yes.
final question. You mentioned that you had a robust firewall between your
Yeah.
personal and your the question is robust firewall question mark.
Oh, okay. So firewall means that Facebook has built in that when you go from your profile, and you have to have a profile to be able to create a page, correct? So unless you tell people that Lani Lott owns LL Consulting, nobody knows that Lani Lott profile is accessing LL Consulting's Facebook page. For example, the way that it's set up now, with some of my clients, I use my profile and then I go into a business or a Facebook page. My firewall that's Facebook. My additional robust firewall protection is that I do not ever post as Lani Lott and talk about Lani Lott as personally on my Facebook page. You will see sometimes that happens with businesses. I do not do that. I do not share family stuff on my page. I don't share LL Consulting stuff on my profile. So, really the firewall comes when you take personal stuff and you start talking about it on your company page. And I am just a believer of best practices that you keep that separated. It gets very confusing, especially if you're managing an organizational Facebook page and then suddenly you're talking about your personal family on that organizational page. It just is not a good best practice. And that's what I'm calling about a firewall. It's just a protection between my personal life and my business brand.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm going to move on because we're running out of time like usual. You guys are all going to have to look at the PowerPoint because we're not going to have time to go into all the features. But here we go. So the publishing tool. Now this gets a little over here under Mega Suites. You're going to come to the publishing tool. So you're just going to hit on that and it's going to take you over to this new page, this new place. And this will show you your content. And you got to love Facebook. They always pop up and remind you of everything you're not doing or what are some of the features that you can take advantage of. So here's posts, stories, feed and grid, mention and tags. These are all about your content, right? So I want to be on post. And these are the posts that I have done recently. Well, most of, you can go from over here, the last 90 days, this year, last week. So you can kind of, a lot of different filters here that are available to you. What I want to show you today is how to create a post and schedule it, right? So in order to schedule your post and then be able to schedule it, you have to use the Meda Business Suite tool. So here you are. Here is where you create your post. It's saying I'm posting to here. If I wanted to change that and it was linked to my my Meda Suite, then I could go there. You can add them. I always start my text first and then start typing. I'm just going to do something, just typing up some words. Now, what you're seeing over here on the left-hand side, excuse me, the right-hand side, this is how it looks on the desktop. You can then say, okay, but I want to see what it's going to look like on a mobile. So you can go and see the preview both ways, but you always want to come over on the left-hand side and do your posting. Now, this is great tool, especially if you're sitting down like I do in an evening or a dedicated day time on the when I have time off, like Sundays or, sometime during the weekend or sometime during the day. And I need to post and I want to schedule out my week post or my, next 2 weeks. And I already have all my content that I've figured out on my roadmap, my planner in my mind. I know where I'm going to post on Monday and then Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday. And I've got it all in, kind of organized. Then I can sit down and do it all at one time. So you want to start here. So then here is where you would add your photo. You can add a location. You can add other things. You can add a little, emoji. So you're going to go there. And then the next thing you want to start getting in the habit of posting in all of your posts on Facebook is your hashtags, right? So you can go to your hashtag here. And it will be, here are trending hashtags. Here are recent hashtags that I have used in other posts. And then here is saved hashtags. So let's say these are ones that I have been posting about Main Street, because that's some of the posts in one of my national associations that I follow. But let's say, okay, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about Shasta-Cascade SBDC. So we'll see if, we've got one post, so we can, use that hashtag. I got the wrong one, SBDC. There we go. So, okay, so we're going to keep that one. We're going to say small business owners. There's a whole bunch of them. Let's see, I like to look at ones that are, maybe 7.3 thousand. Okay, so they're going to add. Now those hashtags are automatically there. So it gives you an opportunity to go through hashtags. And I know some people post a whole bunch of hashtags. I'm a believer, no more than 6. And then the most important part, if you want to publish now, you hit that. You can publish now. This gives you an opportunity to look at it, to see if you got it all spelled right. Let's say you want to tag someone. So here's where we tag. We start typing, and any of the businesses that have a page will pop up. I got to see if I can get it to pop up today. Sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't because of me being, there we go. Here it is, Shasta-Cascade SBDC. Okay, that's who I want to tag because that's who I'm talking about. And when I tag that, then when we go over that, I want to get rid of the @ sign. So that's one of the things that you can, when we hover over that, it's going to show Shasta-Cascade SBDC, the address, their little description. And then if the person that is looking at it in the newsfeed clicks on it, it's going to automatically take it to their page. And this is how we kind of start to, cross promote and tag and mention folks that have Facebook pages, right, with the tag feature. And then here we go. Here's the schedule. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to add a photo of this. Kind of maybe add more to my post. So I could save it as a draft, or I could schedule it and say, all right, I really want to schedule this. Facebook will tell me oftentimes, but so you could go there and they'll say, okay, here are some great times. A lot of people are on Saturday morning or tomorrow at 8. Okay, let's post it then. Or if you don't want to use optional times, just get out of there. You can just pull down your calendar, say, okay, I want to do this on the 18th. I want to change that to 9 o'clock. And then you're going to go down here and you're going to schedule. Then you have to hit one more button. Oh no, it's good. So now that we're in the planner, and this is similar to what Hootsuite is. This is the Omega's planner for Instagram, and Facebook pages, groups, your ads, anything you are doing across your page or your how you're managing. Sometimes it's through your name, and sometimes if that you're doing ads, it might be through your ad manager. If this is with my page, so this will show me everything that is coming up, and I can look at it across the week, or the here we can do posts, stories, ads. Don't want to do that. Let's get out of there. No, cancel that. Okay. So we want to get out of that. So there we are. So this is where you schedule. And I know it takes a lot of time to tell people about that, but it is such, and it's not the easiest thing to find. So I do really like to show that. And I have to get out of here to come back into my Facebook page, sorry. And I know we're running out of time, David, right? Yes, but I've got a couple more minutes here. Let me get out of my PowerPoint and get to my Facebook page again. Get down here, there we go. Yeah, the one thing about the Mega Suite is not as easy just to get back to your front page. You have to kind of go a roundabout way. Okay, here we go. So, all right. So the next area is, let me look here really quick as I move through my. So we have the features. Event feature is used quite a bit. It's real easy to use. You just create a new event. Many organizations do this. You have the option of a video online. If you are a consultant that's doing a lot of webinars, or you're doing meetups, or you're doing a free presentation as a marketing strategy, you can do, put it up with the online. Or if you're an in-person and let's say you're going to be doing a in-person event, or for your organization or for your own business, let's say you're going to be doing a customer appreciation open house during the holidays, then you just go here and start filling this all out. I recommend that you always look for opportunities to do an event and use that feature. The value of an event is, in addition to a post, is that it does come down into folks, your followers' feeds, that you've created this event. It sits there across your Facebook page under the event tab. You can share that event in a post, as in a group, if you belong to groups as your page, which you should try to join. You can share that event to those groups. There's lots of different ways to really use that event feature to promote that you're having that event, whether it's virtual or not. And lots of organizations use this feature. In addition, you can boost an event. Just like you can boost or pay for a post, you can boost an event to a specific region, and you can dial it in by demographics, by interest. And a lot of organizations that have Facebook pages use the boost feature of an event to get that event out beyond their trade area, or out beyond who's just following them, to get interest to join and either, come to the event or follow the page, do both, whatever. So the event feature is a really key feature of Facebook pages to use. Then we also have, back to home, we have jobs. You can post jobs right here on your Facebook page if you're hiring up for the holidays, or you're just hiring up because we all know staffing power right now has been a challenge for a lot of our businesses. And so you've wanting to get your staffing power up to par because you are needing to hire additional service people, or, administrator, office manager, whatever it is. And there's lots of other types of job announcements out there that people use, like Indeed and LinkedIn, but your Facebook page can also have that opportunity. And if you're a small business and you just have one opening, maybe your Facebook page is a place to go. I know organizations have used their Facebook pages for listing opportunities of for hiring for their organization. The other area that is very key, and I don't have it showing up because I moved it down, is reviews. Now you have to ask for reviews. And I just love that my director gave me a terrific review. Thank you very much, David. So you have to send out or ask in your follow-up e-marketing or your follow-up, messenger. Maybe you had a customer who was, just bought some products from you or signed a contract for a new, HVAC, that's, your heating and vending and air conditioning, which are very expensive to have, which right now a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, my air conditioning is not working like it should be. You can send out through Messenger a private message to that specific person if they and ask for a review, or you can do it through your email marketing. If you have an email, you can send out a personal email to them and just ask for a review. And would you please, go to my Facebook page and do a review. And then you can use that review for additional content. You can repackage it. A lot of service-based businesses, a lot of professional businesses use that. Now, I know we have Yelp, I know we have TripAdvisor. This is just one more area where you can really build up, and people use reviews quite a bit. I am going to quickly go to the end of my presentation. And I just want to show you one last area besides insights. Insights shows us how we're performing right across our page, and all of the social media platforms give us this opportunity to look across. I'm going to get this so it looks bigger, make it bigger. So you can see all of the areas where you can see how you're doing. Oh, I had 2 views in this last month. Whew, my page is growing fast. So you can look at your insights, you can share it with your team. You can also export data, you can manipulate the data. And often we say when we're working with clients, well, bring your insights in and let's take a look and see how you're doing and with your Facebook page, and see how we can help you make that a much more effective and impactful, get this smaller, impactful marketing. And the last area, and this is listed in the PowerPoint, is the resources and tools. This is a key place to go. A lot of us were using this during the pandemic. You can sell gift cards and link it to if you are linked with, you already have your own gift cards, or you are linked up with Square or one of the other commerce sites, then you can have a generic gift card, or you can promote it through your Facebook. And then also there's still information center here about updates, some policy updates for advertisers, some success stories. So this is kind of like some tools and resources for you on best practices. Here are some additional resources. And, Facebook is so great about having some really powerful tutorials. So that resource and tools link can help you get better acquainted with your Facebook page. Okay, so let's go down here. I'm going all the way to the end here, David, because I know we're getting ready to wrap it up. Whoops. Let's see, let's get down here. We go. Okay, questions. Do we have any other questions?
We do. We have a couple. When you were doing the post and you tagged Shasta-Cascade SBDC, yes. Is it important to delete the @ sign after you click on the business?
If it highlights and it has a Facebook page, yes. That is sometimes it automatically does it. So if your internet's slow, it doesn't automatically do it. So yes, delete that @ That's just an internal trying to find a business or a page by the username of Facebook page. Often, because it is location based, if you are like when I'm posting from Arizona and I'm trying to find something in California, it often won't pop up. So I then have to go into to another I pull up another Facebook and I look in the search to find the right name of the business to see if they even have a Facebook page. So it, managing that piece is a little bit more difficult. If you're just tagging businesses that are within your location area where you are with your Facebook pages, they'll pop up typically, but sometimes they don't. You have to do a little search. I have accidentally tagged the wrong name because it had 3 or 4 same names and it was in a whole different state. So I just double checked. But yes, to answer that question, remove the @ sign. If it's highlighted, remove the @ sign. If it's not highlighted, it means it's not linking to a Facebook page.
Okay. What's the difference between Meda Suite and the Creator Studio?
I don't know that answer off the top of my head. So I will look into that. Good question.
All right.
Thank you.
Good. And okay, so if you look into that and we find out, we can stick it in the email that everybody will be getting. I put a link to the survey down at the bottom of the chat. Please click on it. We have thick skin. Tell us how we did. Tell us where we can improve. And if you have any ideas for trainings in the future that you think would be valuable, we appreciate hearing those as well. So
And I just want to really encourage businesses, and if you are wanting some one-to-one free no-cost consulting, you want to go deeper into your Facebook pages or any of your social media platforms, reach out. If you're located in Shasta and Trinity County, you can contact Emily right up there under the email. If you're not located in one of those 2 counties, then just click on Find an America SBDC and find that SBDC office nearest you and contact them. I work with a lot of clients. We do one-on-ones on helping them build out their pages. Right today, a lot of times I do this webinar for an hour and a half, and an hour we barely scratch the surface, right? And we have such great questions. So I encourage you to really use this resource, the SBDC resource. It's fabulous. I want to thank David. And from there, David, I will follow up with the pieces of information that our attendees asked for and get that to you so you can send it out. And have a great day, everybody.